Good morning, everyone. My name is Mike. Welcome again to Cognitive Clicks. I'm a behavioral designer over at Vimy, and today we're celebrating International Women's Day by remembering one of the great pioneers of psychological study, specifically psychological study into memory. I'm talking about a Soviet psychologist and psychiatrist, Dr. Bluma Zeigarnik. So as you may recall, 2 weeks ago we started talking about memory. We talked about the primacy and recency effect that give a preferential opportunity for memory for experiences that are at the beginning or at the end of an experience or any kind of list that we're talking about. And today we're going to be talking about the Zeigarnik Effect, which states that we have a better ability to remember tasks that are ongoing or interrupted over tasks that are complete. Bluma Zeigarnik was born in 1901. She passed away in 1988. The research into the Zeigarnik effect was something that came her way on a recommendation from her mentor, Dr. Kurt Lewin. Lewin, during his experiences in a coffee shop in Vienna, noticed that the waiters tended to have a better recall for orders that they hadn't yet completed over tables that they've already finished serving. They tended to be better able to remember what people wanted at a table that was still part of their ongoing list of tasks. And he was puzzled by this, and he suggested it as a topic of research to his protege, Ms. Zeigarnik. Zeigarnik later on devised a series of studies, a series of experiments in order to identify how this effect worked. And that is how she came about identifying this effect, which is now called after her. The background for the advantage of interrupted tasks is thought to be that once we start a task, our cognition is primed towards that specific task, and content that we keep in our mind, which is related to that task, is primed and is more accessible to us than in other times when we're not thinking about that task. Once we complete the task, then that situation of priming is over and that content recedes back to our long-term memory, and we use that, so to speak, space for other stuff. Practically speaking, the Zeigarnik effect can be leveraged when we are working on a report or a study, any large document, a proposal. And what we could do is we could choose to stop working on that report, do other stuff for a while, say for a day. And in that period of time, what we will often discover is that facts and details that are related to this big task that we're doing will somehow come to the front of our mind, and when we go back to it, we will remember these important details that before were evidently somewhere in our mind but not accessible to us. So this is how you can leverage the Zeigarnik effect to your own advantage. I would like to say thank you very much to you for attending. I'd like to celebrate all the wonderful women out there, and I'd like you to remember to come and visit us again next week. Meanwhile, if you enjoyed this video, please comment and share, and have a wonderful day. Thank you. Bye-bye.